Thanks for joining us for Religious Hard Talk. I'm Ian Boyne. Today we have the former hot dancehall artist, secular dancehall artist, I must say, because it's not that he has renounced the dancehall genre. Mr. Vegas, now a Christian, the man who gave you Broke It Down. Now a Christian, the man who gave you a man of Gallus, has now turned his life over to Jesus Christ and will tell us why and how he's dealing with the rigors of the demand of Christian chastity. You know him as one of the most articulate persons in the dancehall. He hasn't lost that articulateness at all, and it will be very much in evidence on this edition of Religious Hard Talk. We thank you so much for your company. Hey, Vegas, good to have you.
Thanks for having me, man.
and thanks for staying out when you're flying out tonight after this program. By the time we are here, you would be in Europe on a tour. And your album has been launched, Mr. Vegas Soul Therapy. Zoom in on this. This is the first gospel album.
Yes.
Gospel album. This is the anointed album.
Indeed.
Soul Therapy. Tell us the reasons for the title.
Well, first of all,
Therapy.
I just want to say thanks for having me on your show, because it's a show I craved
Yes,
to be on for years.
You're serious?
Listen,
you wanted to be on it?
No, I believe the Bible even more, because it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God. And all will be added unto you. And I'm like, I'm on Ian Boyne show.
You wanted to be on it?
I wanted to do the show ever since I became, an artist, a successful artist.
That's good. I'm glad
From
to
watching
know.
that Buju Banton interview years ago.
Oh, Buju.
Yeah.
Many years ago.
I always wanted to
That
be
was
on
a
the show.
classic. Yes.
Yeah, to this day, I can remember that interview. But soul therapy is basically, embracing Christianity, the lifestyle, and doing music now, that I want to reach people from a soulful, place, from my soul to your soul. So you can feel what I'm singing, the words, the melodies, the sound, the catchy lyrics, and that is what this album is all about. People can just, listen to the album and be a part of it.
Yes.
And I think, we accomplished what the goal was.
Because you see Christianity as being therapeutic for the soul. I mean,
Most
Christianity deals with, satisfies the hunger of the soul.
Most definitely.
In your view.
It's something that I, felt even when I was singing "I Am Blessed."
Yes,
back in the days, like that came out 2008. But it was, it was evident with the crowd, not just with myself.
That's right.
But even when I was in Europe and we would sing "I Am Blessed" and I would go down to the end of the song, and people were just like, and I craved more of that. I just wanted to deliver more of that to people.
Because you felt how that connected with people's souls.
Yes, man, and especially, the last time I went to Brussels, and they just had this terrorist attack.
Yes.
And when I was doing "I Am Blessed" and "Love Yourself" and them songs.
The impact.
Yes.
Was enormous.
Yes, and you could feel the people, that they were just like, oh, this is like, therapy for our soul.
Therapy. And therapy in that particular context.
Yes, and it was much needed at that time.
Yes.
So I just always wanted to do music, especially the length of my career.
And that time, you had said that you were going to move away from the dancehall and move toward the Lord.
Right, closer to the Lord.
Yeah, closer to the Lord, 7 years ago. So we thought at that time you would have made your move. But afterward, you come with Man of Galleys, you come with, Broke It Down, which, video for Broke It Down, I mean.
Well, we
I have to confess, I've seen it.
Well, it started with "I Am Blessed," of course. I wanted to, I was very ill at the time.
You're very ill.
Yes, and in times of your darkest moment is when you reach out to God. That is with most of us. And I just, was at a point where I was not enjoying the music anymore. I was not enjoying going to the studio anymore. I was not enjoying going on stage anymore. And I felt like I was around people who cared more about the music and not about what I was going through. Yes? So I was just in so much pain, and I said,
With a lot of pain.
Right, and I just said, not unconscious of what I was saying or putting out there, because it was genuine. So I just said, you know what, throw them CDs here, throw my show CDs. And I just said, I'm not doing any more shows. I knelt down and I said, God, why don't you just take me? Why putting me through all this pain?
Why, the physical pain was so intense?
Yeah, man. I looked through one day a doctor gave me some tablets. And I was at a hotel in Manhattan. And I think the tablets were doing something to me. And I looked down and I just felt like jumping.
Is that so?
Yes, because I came home and they admitted me in the hospital and I had Sumfest that time. And I was like, I have to do Sumfest because I cannot let people know that I am sick again. So I was basically hiding in the hospital because I didn't want promoters to know that I was sick again because, promoters not going to want to book. Yes? So I said, you know what, I'm just going to give it all. I'm just going to throw my towel in and seek God and get closer to my family and my kids. Then my stepfather died. And I Am Blessed came out right after. And of course, music is within. We started going on the road again. We didn't even get a chance to retire from music.
So actually, the I Am Blessed, that Christian theme,
right,
relaunch your career.
Most definitely, most definitely. And
rather than being grateful to God and go straight in the church now, you use that relaunch to...
I just think God was still working.
God is still working.
He was just still working on building Mr. Vegas into what Mr. Vegas is today. Maybe more fans came over, we broke it down, and they're hearing about the gospel now.
Yes.
Maybe at that time, it was just not the right time. Maybe I would not have this album now. So I don't question God when He's working.
In a mysterious way.
Yes. All right. Look at Romans, because I have to come and have many things.
I know you're a strong man with the word. Yeah.
Look at Romans 8. It is saying, and we know that to them that love God, all things work together for the good.
It's true.
Nobody cannot question. At least people will. But my love for God is like the best part of me.
It is?
Yeah, man.
You were saying off air when someone in the Green room said, well, you turned Christian. I said, well, right. No, it's not. You're a Christian from you were 9.
Right.
So it's not that you have... And you actually saw yourself as a child of God, even when you were doing all the slapping songs.
Just like
a child of God, what kind of lost his way?
Just like many Christians now, telling a lie. Many Christians committing adultery, fornication.
Yes.
They're no different. Their sins are no different from my sins.
From the
maybe different type of sins, but it still spells sin. So maybe I was just a prodigal son.
You're prodigal.
So
once
this
a sheep, always a sheep.
This is my continuation.
So it's a continuation.
I am under reconstruction.
Yeah.
So that's why I walk with this, because I don't want to venture into territories where I said, no, Ian, say this, that side, fix up here.
Oh, so you have your word.
So always a child of God.
You're always a child of God.
Of course, once
because
you
got
Jesus
baptized
Christ.
at 9.
Yeah.
Got baptized at 9.
Yes.
And it's just that you were kind of lost your way like the prodigal.
Right, 9, 10 years old, because I think I was in grade 4. It was maybe 10 years old.
So you're back home now?
Yes.
Back home with the Father.
And continuing the journey.
You're continuing the journey. And as in the story of the prodigal son, some of your brothers might not be too happy. You went out and did all of these things, got a lot of money in the dance hall, and now, you come back home and
we are faced with
proclaim
that.
Jesus.
We're faced with that every day, man. if I was doing this as pastor, if I was doing this to please man, I would have gone already, man.
Yeah, it's true.
The first week, the first interview.
Not a negative.
There were Christians attacking me.
Christians attacking you?
You're not a child of God. You're just a Christian. You come over here for look money. Is this every artist, as soon as I'm carrying now go on with nothing again, them turn Christian.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, so I went and I looked at a few popular gospel artist pages.
Yes.
And I was like, but they have like 2,000, 3,000 people following them. What am I running after, in a monetary way?
Yes.
I have 800 and something thousand people on my page. I've been booked every week.
Yes.
So I realized that, what? I cannot do this for man, because that is what the devil wants.
Absolutely.
The devil wants to create that so you can run back out.
And discourage you.
Because we know, as we know that we were born rulers. So we hate when people bring that you know, oppressive
Yes,
mentality
yes, yes.
on us.
We rebel.
We rebel.
We rebel against it. Let's take the break. Mr. Vegas, on Religious Hard Talk. Brother Vegas, we call him on Religious Hard Talk. We take our first break.